If the drum brakes on your car are squeaking and you're wondering why, or if they just don't seem to be working and you need to adjust them, you're in the right place because today I'll show you what I did to fix mine without replacing a single part. The drum brakes on this car have been squeaking every time I release the brake pedal for the last few years, and I never really had the time to address it until today, but it was such an easy fix that I feel dumb for putting it off for so long. This car has drum brakes on the rear and disc brakes on the front, which is pretty typical for small economy cars, and I've already made a video on replacing the front brakes, so check that out when you get a chance. This is a simple job that can be done quickly if you have power tools, but hand tools are fine too, so let's get to it. Here are the tools that I used for this job. Impact wrench, torque wrench, 21mm socket, 13mm socket, a couple of flathead screwdrivers, and a floor jack. For this job I also needed a rolling stool, catch pan, a light, a rag, rubber gloves, an N95 mask, some waterproof grease, and a can of brake cleaner. There are links in the description for everything I used. With the car in park on a flat surface, I'll start by jacking it up and removing one of the rear wheels. You should chalk the wheel diagonal from this one for extra safety. This wheel is really stuck on, but I was eventually able to break it loose by going around the outer edge of the rim with a plastic mallet. Next, I'll need to remove the brake drum, which is also rusted to the hub. If you're worried about breathing in some brake dust, now's a good time to put on a mask. The plastic mallet didn't work this time, but fortunately the drum has two threaded holes where you can insert an M8 bolt and crank it down to force the drum off. A lot of brake dust fell out while removing the drum, and there's a lot more inside because it doesn't really have anywhere to go. With the catch pan in place, I'll spray down the whole thing to remove the brake dust. I really should have used more, but this was my last can. It was almost empty, and I needed to save some for the brake on the other side. Make sure to spray out the inside of the drum too, and use a rag to wipe away anything left behind. I didn't buy new brake shoes yet because I wanted to see what condition these ones were in, but they really don't have much life left, so I'll be replacing them in an upcoming video very soon. These brakes are supposed to be self-adjusting, but I think the adjuster might have gotten stuck because it always feels like the front brakes are doing all the work. If you want to expand the brake shoes so that they hit the drum sooner, just roll the adjuster upward using a flathead screwdriver. To bring the brake shoes back in, you'll need a second screwdriver to hold up this metal piece while you roll the adjuster downward. Then you'll need to test fit the drum to make sure it still fits over the brake shoes and spins freely. This step was kind of annoying because the rust buildup made it hard to put the drum all the way back on and take it off again, which I had to do a few times to get a perfect fit, but you could use a piece of sandpaper to remove some of the rust if it gives you too much trouble. Unless you got a brand new drum, if you don't put it back on all the way, the brake shoes will rub on the unworn lip around the edge of the drum, so make sure it's on all the way when you're testing the fit. Once I found the sweet spot of adjusting the brake shoes out as far as possible without rubbing on the drum, I was ready to put everything back together. I applied a light layer of waterproof grease on the drum where it contacts the hub so it'll be easier to get off next time, being careful not to get any grease on the braking surfaces or on the threads for the lug nuts. I also put some grease on the backside of the wheel where it contacts the brake drum for the same reason. Reinstall the lug nuts so that they're somewhat tight. Put the car on the ground. Then torque the lug nuts to 76 foot-pounds. And after doing the same procedure to the other side, the brake squeak is gone.
Heck yeah.
If you need to replace your brake shoes too, stay tuned because I'll have a video on that coming real soon. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more of the best DIY videos on the internet. And until next time, just keep throwing money at it.